There is no denying that extracurricular activities provide many benefits for students. This includes improving soft skill, leadership skills, and creativity. All of them can be said to have many benefits if carried out properly and according to the direction. There is a possibility of bad result if this activity becomes mandatory for all students at school. Not all students have the same interests, needs, or time, because each student has his or her own right over himself. Moreover, if they are required to participate in extracurriculars that they do not want, that is where the sense of compulsion arises, and disciplines students into doing things that are not right, so that they do not participate in those activities such as truancy and other possible bad behaviors. Therefore, it is important to consider whether forcing all students to take part in extracurricular activities actually helps their academic performance and health. Now, I take 4 points that I think are important from the many reasons why I think the concept here. Number 1. Students experiencing greater academic stress and psychological exhaustion due to the extracurricular load they have to complete are the first reason. This impacts student learning abilities and their mental health. According to a recent study from the New York Post 2025, due to a busy schedule, most students do not get the recommended amount of sleep. The National Sleep Foundation recommends 8 hours more sleep for teens. Of the students surveyed, 73% said they sleep less than 7 hours per night, with 10% of them reporting that they slept less than 5 hours per night. Because students consciously get a small amount of sleep, it's difficult for them to adjust to the recommended sleep schedule even when they have free time. And they'll say, because of school and extracurricular activities, I go to bed at 12 or 1 a.m. even if I don't have a job. My body is so used to the schedule that I cannot go to bed early. This lack of sleep is part of a larger national trend. The National Sleep Foundation found that 80% of teens get less sleep than recommended, highlighting how sleep deprivation in teens is not specific to a specific school, but rather a global phenomenon. And based on Community Moral Journal, in the implementation of extracurricular activities, students often return home late. This is because the training schedule is so dense that students have very little rest time. After they feel tired, they usually go home and go to sleep right away. Learning activities at home are considered quite lacking. The next obstacle is about the division of time for the implementation of extracurricular activities. There are schools that still implement two-shift school. The implementation of schools that implement the two-shift system is because there is one new school that is the parents of another school. This will of course interfere with the implementation of extracurricular activities. Limited time is spent by learning activities, which make practice time for all types of extracurricular activities also limited. Limited fields that make every extracurricular activity have to take turns using the available fields. Number 2. Overscheduling causes students to be less effective and unmotivated. This overscheduling becomes ineffective and very burdensome for students to express themselves according to their abilities. Because if this extracurricular is an obligation, then it is like a demand that he must live. In the context of children who are consistently pressured to study and participate in activity endlessly, they can be tired, lose enthusiasm, even drop out or experience burnout. Wilson thesis 2009 state 2 that students often experience stress and fatigue after taking too many lessons. Ironically, the hectic schedule leaves some students with no time or interest in taking part in the required classes. As a result, some students choose to be inactive or absent from class. Another idea that may be useful for school counselor to encourage is the promotion of individual strengths. Students usually choose activities depending on their interests that fit their personal strengths. Number 3. Incompatibilities between policy and practice on the ground. Incidents like this may not be just once or twice, but they are common. For example, the schedule continues to change according to the coach, and there are even those who are not on time. Although not all of them are like that, but because of such a person that makes students not want to linger for a long time and can even make students not want to participate in extracurricular activities again the next day because they feel lied to. In a German study, Kilblack and Rosenbach 2015 found that although policies set extracurricular schedules, their implementation is often inappropriate. Extracurricular that were supposed to be effective become ineffective due to the problem with school schedules and the internal transportation system. Therefore, new ideas could possibly collide with existing standards and that the implementation of extracurricular is not always carried out in accordance with formal policies. The last point is the principle of balance in Islam. As we know, something if it is excessive, it will not be good. It is very important to avoid excessive bets. Instead, in Quran Surat Al-A'raf verse 31, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya bani Adam khudhu zinatakum 'inda kulli masjid wa kulu washrabu wa la tusrifu innahu la yuhibbul musrifin. And the meaning is, the son of Adam, wear the beautiful clothes in every mosque, eat and drink, and do not excess. Indeed, Allah doesn't like those who are excessive. Although this verse is about consumption, scholars agree that its meaning is general. Excessive in any way, including activities and indication, is not pleasing to Allah. The principle of education and life balance is contrary to imposing one dimension of development, school and compulsory lesson, without considering the limitation of students. Therefore, schools do not have to require students to participate in extracurriculars. The policy should be more inclusive and flexible, choosing to follow students based on interest, personal circumstances, and time. Schools can continue to encourage extracurricular benefit through information, motivation, and support without making it mandatory. Therefore, the educational environment becomes more equitable and balanced and supports the health of every student. As parents, according to Reverter et al. In the Journal of Human Sport and Exercise 2013, research on parents' attitude toward their children's extracurricular activities show that many parents are not very interested in or actively participate in their children's extracurricular activities, especially for less educated parents. This suggests that not all parents agree with forcing their children to participate in extracurricular activities, as this may not be relevant to the circumstances. As a college student, a variety of problems in extracurricular participation were demonstrated by a study of medical students in the journal AMEP, including poor time management, sick leave fatigue, and academic stress. Participants said that the activity affected academic performance, causing stress and fatigue, making it difficult to maintain a balance between lectures and extracurriculars. Bottom line, As a college student, extracurricular activities should be done voluntarily so as not to interfere with their education and mental health. As a student in the study what student 1 preferences about school and extracurricular activities in primary school found that elementary school students prefer to take part in non-compulsory extracurricular activities because they feel they have control and have choices that motivate them. Instead, causes students to lose independence, which can reduce their engagement and well-being.